Yes, absolutely. Our temperature's already warmer right now, and then we get to near 70 this afternoon. We stay there tomorrow, so there's of course going to be even more melting on area lakes and things like that. So the quick warm up today, tomorrow means 60s and 70s, and then it's a crash in temperatures. Yeah, after that, surprisingly colder behind this front. Gusty winds tomorrow. Just want to remind you too, this is outside of any storm chance. Our gusts 40 to maybe even 45 miles per hour. The National Weather Service is already talking about the possibility of maybe a wind advisory starting late morning, and then rounds of rain and storms carry us into the weekend, and it looks like we come out on the backside of that by the second half of Sunday. But temperature right now 57 degrees, nice for you in Detroit, and beautiful sunshine. The same temperature in Ann Arbor, and 59 degrees and sunny right now in Jackson. Our wind forecast for today is that southeast wind about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Even as we go through the afternoon, it is going to turn a bit breezy. Those gusts 20 to upwards of 25 miles per hour at times. But remember, this is just the start of it. So once we get closer, the warm front starts to lift through tonight and tomorrow. The cold front has to come through tomorrow, second half of the day. So our winds will really start to increase. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. We're seeing gusts up to 35. Notice how they start to increase as we get into the afternoon. So we're noticing those gusts over 45 in some cases, and that will continue until at least the evening hours. Those winds will start to settle back down behind the cold front as we get into Saturday night and early Sunday. And looking at that marginal risk for severe weather late tonight from Grand Rapids westward, and then it becomes a slight risk, so even a greater risk near and west of Kalamazoo, right along that warm front. This warm front's going to lift to the north. The cold front will swing in behind it, and that bullseye for severe weather that I showed you earlier from Memphis to St. Louis, this is such a large-scale system that will traverse eastward across the country, and then we're looking at the possibility of long-term, or at least those longer-ranged tornado threat down south, and that'll switch from west to east as we go through tomorrow through Alabama, even into Georgia. But temperatures warming up in the 70s, and then we see highs today into the 80s. But look behind the front. I told you that sharp contrast, 40s back toward Billings, and yes, it is on the way behind this front. So hour by hour forecast shows these storms get underway. This is already around midnight, and it's plowing through Illinois towards Chicago overnight. We're going to get them early in the morning. I would say anytime after 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, they come through. A couple of those could be on the stronger side. We'll look for winds, hail, of course, any damaging winds and very heavy rain. We get a bit of a break, and I think redeveloping showers and storms for the evening. Again, those could be on the stronger side. That marginal risk for severe weather lies from Monroe on over toward Adrian, and then we start to end that threat as we get into Sunday, especially late morning. Temperatures today will range anywhere from the mid-60s along the lakeshore to near 70 in Detroit, and then tonight it is going to be mild with those storms closing in, still pretty warm in the 50s. We have another warm day, and then it gets colder for Sunday. Look at St. Patrick's Day on Monday. Oh yeah, lots of layers and highs in the 40s.